need to have a conversation.
Look, if you know a good lawyer, you call him.
I need your help.
Let's have some blind.
Now that the finale of Landman Season 2 is done and over with, I can finally and successfully say,
Oh my, this is stupendous! Wow, what a great show! Unbelievable!
Briza is absolutely right. The finale of Season 2 of Landman was absolutely everything I wanted and was hoping for. Let's dive into this. But if you are new to my channel and you enjoyed my Landman content so far, go ahead and check the links in the description for all of my breakdowns of every Landman episode. And hit that like and subscribe button while you're there. I appreciate it. That being said, I know Season 2 for a lot of people is not always what they expected, but honestly, they finished it extremely well. Tommy's going to be seeing everything now through a different pair of glasses. The only thing that's going to be on Tommy's mind right now is obviously after Cooper's assault that took place in the last episode, the guy he pummeled 17 times is dead. Will Cooper get out of it? Will Cooper be facing charges for murder? Will Cooper ever be able to get to that big wedding day with Ariana? Time will tell, and honestly, I don't want to spoil much, but I need you guys to watch this show. Nate does one of the best things that I've ever seen. He says, instead of taking the position as president, which Tammy is going to be offering him, he says, no, I'm done. This is going to be one of the biggest things that Tammy is going to have to take a big freaking reality check on, is that the company was never supposed to surpass Monty's life. It was meant to be sold, not continued. Tommy's not going to take any of this just sitting down. He says, no, I still got one more blast show in me, and he decided to come up with one more final idea to go into business for himself. You can say a lot of things about Tommy Norris. The guy has screwed the pooch on a lot of things and made a ton of huge mistakes in his life, but one thing he will never be mistaken on is the love of his family. And because Tommy loves his family that much, he agrees to go back to the original partnership with Dan for the 50-50 split. But he says, if you fuck me on this deal, I will take everything you love and burn it to the ground. Everything that he loves right now is going to be becoming TCC, his new business venture, TCC and cattle. While Cooper faces his own troubles, he's now going to be able to say, oh yeah, by the way, I got fired and lost my job, but everything's going to be okay. Even when we're seeing everything with Tommy in this season and everything from Landman so far, when the guy is talking to God, he just needs a break, but he's going to come up on a nasty car crash and God's going to give him a little bit of a sign. Is everything going to be okay? Is Tommy going to make it out of this? Is he going to be able to achieve everything that he wants to save his family, his son, and his relationship? Time will tell. But you just need to watch the finale for the answer. Cooper's going to be facing a lot of hard truth in Landman Season 2. With holding a murder charge over his head, he's going to need the best lawyer possible. And who else could they bring in but my future ex-wife, Rebecca? And she absolutely destroys everyone in that room, and she does what she does best.
You go after that kid for saving his fiance's life?
This is the Rebecca that we get finally again back when we had Season 1, when she felt like she really had to prove herself, and this girl just comes in and fucks everything up in the best way possible.
This is Mr. Norris's attorney.
The one you failed to notify before questioning my client?
All right, you know what? Screw it. This show's been out for like 3 weeks now, and the finale's over, so
I could go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail.
yeah, Cooper gets the charges dropped. Tommy comes in, does what Thomas does best, sits down with the lawyers, the chief of police, the detectives, does his thing, and gets all of the charges dropped. Because not only did this guy die after being struck 17 times, the cause of death was a heart attack. And I dare to challenge any of you, if you see your fiance being raped in an alleyway by a complete piece of shit, what are you going to do? Exactly. Tommy finally finds himself a few moments to sit down and explain with Angela that he does understand everything about her and that she truly wants the simple things to make every moment feel like a memory. And that's one of the biggest things that we get to see about Tommy. Even though he has a rough, grit exterior, much like myself, this guy is a really loving person with the right people. But he will absolutely burn your world to the ground if he has to. And when you want your show to end on the best note possible, you want that to be with the finale. And this is absolutely what they did. He took his closest friends, his best workers, and gave them all brand new jobs with raises in his new company. Ariana no longer has to work in a bar. He gets to work with his dad. His son is going to be working right by his side. He's going to be doing a lot of great things. Everyone is just going to be a lot better. And honestly, this is a great reason why I love this show. And honestly, this is why I encourage this show. We needed this kind of show because this is what, honestly, movie magic should be. But honestly, we're getting better series right now than we are television. And to understand why Tommy labeled his new business TTC, it stands for Tommy, TL, and Cooper. Just another thing that shows how much this guy truly loved his family. Thank you all so much for watching and joining me on this Landman journey. I will be doing a Season 2 review momentarily that'll be out hopefully within the next couple of days, as well as my mashup. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, until we meet again.